Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And Thorpe Park Resort have finally announced what they've been teasing for months, and yeah, it's got some very mixed opinions. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing in today's video is actually going over everything we now know that is coming to the Thorpe Park Resort within the 2020 season. Obviously Thorpe Park did also release a list of events that will be taking place during the 2020 season, so I will be going over them in this video. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's take a glimpse into what we're going to be seeing in 2020 for Thorpe Park Resort. Okay, so opening in spring 2020 then, we have the Black Mirror Labyrinth. Now obviously this is the thing that Thorpe Park have been teasing for months now, and yeah, me personally, I'm actually really happy with this. Obviously with last year we only really got events and it was kind of dead a little bit, so it's nice to see that this year we will be getting a brand new attraction along with events. It's almost kind of stepping it up one bar, and a lot of the events that are actually coming this year look very cool and very exciting. Also we'll get into them in a little second. Now obviously what this kind of attraction entails, it does look like it will be a labyrinth. Obviously this is kind of like a maze style thing. Instead of it being kind of linear path, it will be an actual maze where you've got to search and try and find your way out. I think this could be very cool because we haven't actually seen too many of these, you know, these kind of really themed kind of, not really like escape room type things, but these cool kind of labyrinth experiences. So yeah, seeing one coming to Thorpe Park did really get me excited. Now obviously it does say this will be including special effects and cutting edge technology, so obviously it's going to try and confuse you in which way you're going, and obviously this will be themed to the TV show Black Mirror. I actually haven't seen it. One of my friends is actually quite a big fan of it, and he did say that, you know, this is a very exciting thing. So yeah, it does look like Thorpe Park are trying to give us something a little bit exciting here. Obviously this is an IP, and a lot of people didn't really want an IP this year. However, obviously I'm just glad we're getting something. I mean, an IP is better than nothing, and you know, at least we're getting an attraction this year. Okay, so in terms of where this brand new attraction will be located, then this will actually be located within the former Living Nightmare building. Now this will create a little bit of a ripple effect, because obviously this does kind of mean that Living Nightmare isn't probably returning for this year's Fright Nights, and I can see them going forward just getting rid of the Walking Dead from Fright Nights now, but obviously we'll get to that closer to the time because obviously we're still in February right now. But yeah, this does look like a very cool addition for 2020, and I'm definitely looking forward to experiencing it. Okay, so our first event of the season then is SNK. Now this was introduced a couple of weeks back, so I'm not really going to like delve into it too much, but yeah, this is pretty much a launch party for Thorpe Park Resort, and will be released on the 21st of March, because that's the same day as the annual pass day, which does make quite a lot of sense. But yeah, it will run until about 4 in the morning, so if that does float your boat, definitely think about doing it because it does look pretty awesome. One thing to note is this is actually over 18s only, so if you are under the age of 18 you cannot go to this event, but obviously on the annual pass day they will have some kind of opening ceremony there, but it's obviously just not going to be in a party form. Okay, our second event of the season then will be the Hyper Spring. Now obviously last year the one thing that did go down very well for Thorpe Park was actually Bountzilla, and looking forward to these events, they do look like they've got the similar tones of Bountzilla and a similar kind of style to it. So I can see potentially Bountzilla actually coming back, but I will get onto that in just a second. But yeah, this does look very interesting. It doesn't give us too much detail on what is actually happening. It does look to be some kind of VR thing, however, I don't actually know. This could be something completely different. The word spring within the name could definitely mean something, other than the fact that obviously it's taking place during the spring. But yeah, either way, this does look very cool, and obviously we will find out more information as the season goes on and as we get a little bit closer to the release of the event. So yeah, starting really strong here with the events in the 2020 season, and now let's move into the second proper kind of event of the season. Okay, so the next event of the season then will actually be Superchargesama. Now obviously this will run within the summertime, roughly around about where, you know, Bountzilla ran when it was at the park, and yeah, this does look like it's got a very similar vibe to it. It does involve water, so it does look like there may be some water sports potentially going on the island, or potentially around the river around the island, because obviously Thorpe Water Ski are, you know, a company with Thorpe Park, or they operate on the same space, so potentially they could be teaming up with that. But it does mention water rides, so you'll be able to get on things like tidal wave, depth charge, and yeah, possibly even some water fights. I mean, you know, I'd love a water gun fight at Thorpe Park Resort. That would be very fun. And this does look like it's kind of taking on the same tone as Bountzilla. So yeah, something like this could be very interesting and exciting. And yeah, it does look like I said, they are very much going for the same tone they had for Bountzilla, which is kind of this fun, kind of upbeat kind of, you know, event. So yeah, let's move on into probably the biggest piece of news for this, or at least in my eyes and a lot of other enthusiasts' eyes, and that is Fright Nights. Now, Fright Nights has been officially announced to be taking place between the 3rd of October to the 1st of November, so we're stretching out a little bit longer this year. I'm pretty sure last year we were in September, so you know, it's kind of a little bit shorter, but you know, nevertheless, we're still getting Fright Nights. We've still got our official confirmation dates of Stilton Towers Resort. Scarefest is operating, you know, similarly with their kind of horror event. So yeah, it does look very, very cool. Obviously, as we get closer to Fright Nights, we will find out obviously more about it when construction starts during summer. But yeah, it's nice to know that the event will be taking place between that time. Now, the most important thing I think within this little post here is we actually see that it says more events will be released as the kind of coming months come on. And I think the reason why doing this is because they're keeping something up their sleeve, potentially a returning attraction. And when you think about it, what was the most liked event last year at Thorpe Park Resort? That's right, Bouncezilla. I could potentially see this actually coming back as an event, because obviously the reception for this event was absolutely phenomenal. Seeing Bouncezilla come back this year could be incredible, along with other lineup of, you know, events that we've got this year that do look like they're going to be taking a similar kind of tone on. So that is pretty much it for the main bulk of what's coming to Thorpe Park Resort in 2020. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Obviously, if you do want me to make any further videos, more in-depth videos about these events, then definitely let me know down in the comments. Also, my initial thoughts on this Black Mirror attraction then, I think it's awesome, to be fair. Like, we don't get too many Labyrinth attractions around the UK, let alone in the Merlin Park, so I think it's very, very cool the direction they're going. I would have liked if it wasn't an IP, but obviously that's not something we can really change. But yeah, obviously the pictures that we've seen look very, very cool and look very, very futuristic and techy. So yeah, I think this could be a very, very good attraction. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. A lot of people are kind of giving mixed reactions for it. Me personally, from what we got last year, this is a huge step up, and hopefully Thorpe Park continue in this direction and start to bring us bigger attractions, because like I said in a couple of videos ago, Thorpe Park is actually starting to dwindle now, and they need something to bring guests back. So yeah, with that said, I will see you guys later.